Welcome to the Compliance video series. Today we will be discussing SkySlope, how to upload documents for both your transactions and your listings.
Needed. Next, you see that we have a checklist. It's color-coded so we can see what's required. The red will always be the urgent items that we need to upload and turn into the checklist for review. There are several different ways to get your documents turned into the system. One way is email. So if you work with a client that maybe had all the documents on paper, they signed them all and scanned them to you, you can actually just take that email and forward it to this property email address. You can see in this case it is the street name followed by the street number at skyslope.com. You always want to make sure and double check this email just in case you made any typos, just in case there was a duplicate property. Maybe you relisted this after a couple months or a couple years, because our system will automatically pick up on any duplications of street names and street numbers in the system, and it'll automatically add a digit to it. So do keep in mind that this email here is auto-generated, and you always want to highlight it and copy it so you don't make any mistakes on that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my email. Now I know everyone has their own specific email that they use. In this case I happen to use a Gmail. So here I can see from John here I've got a listing package for our property here, and it's attached. You don't have to print it and separate it. You're just going to take the whole package and you're going to take the email and you're going to forward it to that property email address like this. Paste and send. So from any smartphone or iPad, any device at all, you're going to just take emails that you get from other people that have attachments and forward them into the system. This is also very important when emailing a client with any information at all too. So if I just want to email my client, I'm going to add CC here, and I'm going to paste in the SkySlope email like that, because SkySlope will also remember any emails that you send to that email address and save it as correspondence. So if you normally save all of your emails in Outlook in folders, or print them out, or save them as PDFs, all you have to do is remember to CC the SkySlope email address for your property, and it will save a copy of that email in your log. So back to SkySlope, I just took the email and forwarded it to my document section, so that's where all attachments go. A copy of the email will also be saved in my log section. So that's two different areas that it'll be saved in now. That was one way to get our documents in. Another way is you can fax directly into the system as well. So if you have documents all on paper, or a client that prefers to fax, what you need is a fax cover. This will tell the documents where to go. So if I click on fax cover, you can type in a file name. You can really name this whatever you'd like to. Click save. Creates a PDF. We're going to click to open it. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is a fax cover sheet. If you print this out, it is specific to your property file. So if you print this out and place it on top of your documents, you can fax to the number that appears here at the top. This number is always the same. What's different for each cover sheet is the file name. So I called it listing docs, and the barcodes. The barcodes will tell the fax where to go. So if you print this out, place it on top of your documents, fax to the number on there, it will appear here in your document section. The document section here is where all of your documents will be saved. So you can imagine this will be a long list at some point. You do want to make sure that any documents loaded in here, you can see this one wasn't named. The document named, it was just called a package. That's because my client named it. So if you ever have documents that you're just uploading here, do make sure that you label them in a way that's easy for you to find, and also has the prefix and the CAR abbreviation on them. That way it's easy to find and you can quickly attach to the checklist. Right here you can see that package. That is the one that I emailed in. If I had faxed one in, it would also appear in this area here. So that's two ways now we've talked about getting documents in. A third way is you have an upload button right here. This is a way that I can just take documents right from my desktop and upload them into the file. So I can upload pictures, I can upload Excel sheets, Word docs, whatever I'd like to. Let's just click on upload. And right here, you can go to your desktop and I can scroll down. Let me find my sample docs. From here I can take any of these documents and upload them right into the file. You can take as many as you want and upload them all at once. Click on Start Upload. Click OK. And now those documents are into the system. Next thing is our split tool. So you can see here we have a package that our client sent, or maybe it was the agent that sent me all the disclosures. I want to separate those out so I can place them onto my checklist. At the right side, you have a split button, so make sure you aren't scanning these one by one or doing one at a time. This is going to allow me to very quickly split all the documents and place them right onto my checklist. So when you click the split button, notice it opens a document here at the right, so that way I can see what each document's named. And here at the left, I'm going to be able to name the file and separate the documents from page from and page to. So right here you have a listing agreement. So right here, I'm going to type in the letter L. Notice it drops down with a list of items on my checklist that have the letter L in it. So if I want to narrow this down, I can add some more letters like this. And there's my listing agreement with seller advisory. Click that, and it's going to add the name to it like that. Next, I can scroll through here just to make sure that I get the pages correct. So I'm going to include the listing agreement with the seller advisory, and that's the first 7 pages. So here I'm going to make sure it's a 1, and then here I'm going to make sure it's a 7, like that. Next, we have the agency disclosure. It's a 1-page form. I can type in the agency like this, click on it, and I can go 8 to 8, since it's a 1-page document. And that's all I have left to split on here as an example. Next, you want to click on this blue split and assign button. If I just click the gray split button, it's just going to separate the forms, but these are executed documents that I want to get reviewed. So I'm going to actually assign them to the checklist as well. So I'm going to click on the blue split and assign. Here at the top it says nice job. You you've split 2 documents and assigned them to the checklist. So I'll click on OK. And notice the screen takes me right to the checklist where now my agency, AD, is in review, and my listing agreement with the seller advisor is also in review. So that's how you can split documents and automatically place them onto the checklist. Again, keep in mind that everything is color-coded on here, so you can see that once it's attached, you can check it via the paperclip, and it will go to this orangish in review color. Continue on, we still have 2 more requirements that we want to get turned in. There are 2 more ways to get documents attached here. So I can click attach right here next to the DA, attach. And because I've already added it into my document section during that multiple upload phase, you can see that it's right here. If you ever get lost, or for example, you get a phone call right now and you have to walk away and you're trying to remember what document you need to attach, you can always see right here in bold what I'm looking for. So now I'm going to look through my document list. There's my DA, and I'll click the assign button. And that will attach to the checklist. The last one here is my MLS printout. Now this document's just sitting on my desktop. I want to attach it right to the checklist. That way I don't have to load it to the document section and then attach it. And I also don't need to split it since it's only a 1-page form. So I'm just going to upload it directly to the checklist. And this is our 4th and final way to get a document uploaded into the system. So right here it's required, and I'm going to click the attach button. And then I'm going to click on browse file right here. Takes me into my computer where there's my MLS printout. And I'll open it. And then always make sure you click on the Start Upload button. So once you get a document loaded in here, it's not enough to make sure to just leave now and exit, turn your computer off. You want to make sure you click Start Upload. And that's going to confirm and also lock that document into the system. So now I've uploaded and attached it right there, and you can see it's now in review.
That concludes this segment of the compliance video series, SkySlope Document Upload and Instructions. Thank you very much for viewing.